So we got more leaks, rumors, and all that good stuff regarding the Nintendo Switch 2. It actually feels like it's been a little bit since we've talked about the Nintendo Switch 2. We had a bunch of leaks, bunch of rumors, and then it just kind of went quiet. We got a little bit more stuff coming out. Interesting stuff, to say the very least. If you guys enjoy this one, consider leaving a like, subscribe for more, my friends. Do a variety of Nintendo-based content here on the channel. It's always a good time. We obviously cover Nintendo news, leaks, rumors, official news, leaks, rumors. If it's leaks and rumors like this video, I'm going to obviously let you guys know. We also do guides when, other kind of Nintendo-based games come out and stuff. You can see we have a ton of guides up on the channel, Pokemon and Zelda and whatever else, man. It's we try to do it all. I like it. I love Nintendo, and if you love Nintendo, you're in the right place. Okay. Anyways, here we go. We're gonna jump into this. We got actually a few different sources for this. We got the Family boards. We got Dual Shockers. A few different sources that are we're kind of string together some stuff. Okay, this was originally posted. The first one I'm going to be showing you guys on August 11th. At the time of recording this is August 12th, so it was yesterday. Yesterday at the time of recording this. And this is what it says. Throw it up on screen again on the Family boards. And this talks about that there's a fan inside the dock. Apparently, customs data from June 2024 mentions that there's a fan inside of the dock. And you can see a few different things that are mentioned here. Of course, on the 7th, it says, customs data. Also mentions the 60-watt AC adapter and all that. I mean, that's not as much as what we're interested in. We're interested on the top section that, that there's a mention of a fan inside a dock. And you might be, why would you need a fan inside of a dock? Well, there's a few different things that we actually have stringed together as well. You can also see at the bottom, this is kind of irrelevant, but Mr. Furukawa did mention that although generative? Yeah, AI can be used in creative ways. It can also be in conflict with intellectual property rights. Again, that's just kind of a whole other thing that was posted last month. I think we talked about that possibly on the channel as part of a different video. I feel like I've read that before, but anyways, the next post, again, coming from Dual Shockers, we could see that, again, it's noting that the recent Nintendo Switch 2 rumors floating on the Family boards, which we just looked at, suggests that the long-awaited Switch successor will allow streaming games to the TV without keeping the console on the dock. And it also says that the rumors also mention a cooler unit integrated within the dock to keep the streaming process smooth. So that's interesting to say the very least. Obviously, going to take more power, and I guess going to need that extra cooling if it's wireless streaming. I guess that's going to be kind of like the Nintendo Switch 2's, maybe one of the main kind of, I don't like to say gimmick, because it's not really like, I don't feel like Nintendo just necessarily makes gimmicks. Like the things that they do usually, it's fun little innovations usually, right? It's not just a gimmick, but you know what I mean. I can't think of a better word right now. But anyways, the point is that because of this, rumor that we can stream, wirelessly. So again, this is so you don't need, an actual, I guess you don't need an actual cable connected. I don't know how that's gonna work. Is it gonna be like an HDMI receiver on the TV, and then it's just gonna transmit wirelessly, like HDMI like, I don't know, I'm not sure. We actually have a couple other things to kind of note as well. Back to the Family boards, we have Pablo, which I believe has posted a variety of different things in the past. Again, said take it with a grain of salt, but I've been told that the main gimmick would be a wireless dock stream/switch, which could explain the fans in it. Kind of a mix of Wii U and Switch on steroids with DLSS, basically. So, I guess the idea too, potentially, is that you can hold the Switch, right? So like, I guess, I don't know if this is what exactly they're getting at. This is what I'm thinking potentially is what they're getting at, because again, it feels a little bit unclear with the terminology, and I think even to people posting this that are hearing these rumors, that are getting hearing these things, and again, take all this with a grain of salt. Any of this could be true, could be not true, but if it is true, it's an interesting thought to kind of think upon. And I guess my especially from that last post from Pablo, my understanding would be because saying kind of a combination of the Wii U and the Switch, how would it be a combination of the Wii U and the Switch, right? How would it be anything like the Wii U? Well, again, like I just said, maybe because there is so I think it's not that there's a wireless receiver, HDMI receiver in the TV. I think the way that it's going to work, if it is true, is that the dock is going to have the HDMI plugged into the TV, right? So you're going to have a cable going from the dock into the TV, but where the wireless kind of thing comes into play is the dock itself would be the wireless receiver, and then the the switch unit that you're going to be holding is going to have like a wireless transmitter, so you can kind of do like a dual screen sort of thing, right? You can have kind of like, you actually, so imagine if you're holding the Switch like the Wii U gamepad, but you have it on the big screen, and so that also might be why Twilight Princess HD has not been ported yet to the current Switch. That might be why, because they're like, well, instead of reworking the entire UI, because if you don't remember, part of the UI worked in that either that you have like you can have your items and stuff on the Wii U gamepad and the map on the Wii U gamepad and all that stuff. So maybe that's why we haven't gotten Twilight Princess HD ported yet, is because what they're going to be doing is something like this, and then it's just going to be an easier port because you're still going to be using the Switch, kind of like you did with the Wii U gamepad. Maybe that's possible, maybe not. I could be wrong, but it's all sort of kind of falling into place and sort of kind of making sense when you think about it, right? Like, why wouldn't they have they've brought over almost every other big, first party Wii U game to the Switch as of this point. I mean, we've gotten everything, even what was it, Pokken Tournament or whatever, which is like, I don't know, I don't think that's like a massive game, but they even brought that game over pretty early on. But they haven't brought Twilight Princess or Wind Waker HD either. So maybe that's why, because they know that this is what the next, console is going to be like, and it's going to be just kind of, it's going to make more sense to port it on the new console than on this one. So I don't know, we'll see, time will tell, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about all this. It's an interesting thought, and honestly, I think it could work very, very well. And I always wondered that too. I'm like, like, imagine if you could just play the Switch, but the Switch in your hand would be like a second controller. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Wii U. How like there would be more possibilities of what they could pull off of that, in my opinion. But anyways, enough of me ranting, my friends. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Again, take it with a grain of salt. It could be completely fake, but it's, again, very, very interesting. A very interesting thought, I think, to say the very least. Yeah, I don't know. Time will tell. Nintendo's going to be revealing this thing sooner than later. They're probably going to reveal it sometime later this year if they're planning to release it by the end of the fiscal year, which is what they've already officially announced, which means, they should be releasing this thing by like March or April, the very latest, probably March 2025. So we should be getting an official reveal probably later on at the end of this year, most likely, or very early 2025, like January or something. I don't know. We'll see. Probably going to be similar to the Switch, right? October, they dropped the trailer, and then, thing came out in March. So maybe something like that. But anyways, leave it a like, subscribe for more, and whenever we get official word from Nintendo or more leaks and rumors, whatever, we'll talk about those if it's worth talking about, just kind of having fun speculating. We'll talk about that. So keep it locked, and until then, game on. See you guys soon.